Hi everybody, welcome back to Cids Modern Life, episode 121, and I definitely cannot do that in first person mode. Yeah, I'm still down here digging. I've been digging for a while. I've done this area and I'm now working on an extension to the roof area up here, and this needs to go a lot deeper, and needless to say, I am going to be, you know, recording all the way while I dig this, because that would be, well, not to put too fine a point on it, be insane. But we need to get a lot of this mystery dig area done now. Some of you may have worked out what I'm planning. It is on the clipboard, the thing I want to build. You know, there's nothing fancy up here that we are going to want to build. This is just the thing that I've meant to build for a while, and I'm still not giving anything away. I'm sure some of you must have figured it out by now. But anyway, so I want to bring this in a few blocks, so that kind of forms a central island. Now, at the moment we are 9 blocks to a side on this one, so I need to go more. Oops, I'm out of juice, and I'm also not stuck to a roof. So the key to using these wings, if you can, is to find a place where you can hover and then stick to the roof, and your wings will never run out because you'll cling on like a bat. But yeah, so I need to bring these in a wee bit, and then I need to carry on that down, and that needs to be, I think, at least 20 blocks deep. It's currently 4. So it's going to take me a while to get all of this done. At the same time, we need a whole load of building materials to work on this. So that's the thing we're going to need, not least of which brownstone. We're going to need concrete, we're going to need glass, we are going to need either glowstone or prismarine lamps. Yeah, we're going to need a large amount of resources for this. So this is going to take me a hot minute to carry on doing, so I shall be back once we've progressed a little bit further down the build path. So see you in a minute. Alright, I'm still digging down there. In fact, I'm nowhere near done, but it occurs to me that we are going to be hitting problems. I just want to have a look what the state of play of this lot was like. Interesting. And obviously this is working fine. Let me just go and check something. I'm a little bit concerned that we're not getting maximal benefit for from this hoofer ore thing. Let me go and have a look. Have a look at the word ore. Most of this should go through. Aluminium should. Lead seems to have taken most of the iron. Not a huge amount of coal in there now. Copper. I wonder whether we need how are we doing for juice there? Ah, that's refilling. So alright, working through the night keeps on meaning that the various storage options keep failing. So you are, I wonder whether you need a stack upgrade on these. Let's put a stack upgrade on all of them, shall we? Make 4. That should be enough. Shouldn't take too long. But I've made a mega torch just to stick in the hole while I'm digging. Because 2 reasons. One is now and again little dark spots appear that are not getting picked up by the torch placer, which is fine. I mean, again, if nothing, at the end of the day, it's unworked stone, so even if a creeper blows and makes a hole, it's not a biggie to have to refill it. The other thing is we're going down to level 43, so in the next layer after that will be 40, and at that point slimes will start spawning, or potentially below that. It's Y40 and below, I think, but it might be like below 40, so it's either on the 40, sat on it, or below 40. But either way, it is going to be a right royal pain in the backside dodging slimes whilst trying to work. So you've got speed upgrade already. Interesting. Hang on a second then. Let's take those out and put one of those in. And then put one of those in there. And put one of those in there. Not sure what that one is. That's oh, I know what that is. That's my hoofer. What's my jig? You can have the speed upgrades, I suppose, and you can have a stack upgrade because you're more likely to get a stack of those than anything else. Yeah, I'll do. That should just mean that any ores we've got floating around will shift that a bit faster. Now there's potential, I suppose, that we can, like this for example, we can grind. So maybe I should manually, because these are not being picked up by the ore dictionary by the looks of it. So that for example needs to go in the grinder, that needs to go in the crusher. Oh, I lost myself. That definitely goes in the crusher, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Black diamond ore will go in the crusher. I'm almost certain that will. Aluminium will get definitely uranium. Oh, hang on. Yeah, uranium will as well. That's Circe uranium anyway. There, that's gold. That should. These are all. I'm not too worried about those right now. That should. That I potentially should. That doesn't. That should. That should. Where? And then presumably most of those as well. Yeah. Well, let me go manually load those in as I'm going over there. And then I'm going to continue on with a big dig. Probably time-lapsing this because, you know, otherwise that's a lot of things to go wrong. So this should all be going through. I think that's all red, black diamond. Yeah, I'm happy enough there. This is piling out the aluminium. Right, that's doing fine. So let's continue down here and I'll show you where we got to, and then we'll time lapse down probably 20 blocks, possibly more. Don't know yet. I haven't decided on the depth, but that's not going to be deep enough for what I want. We've got this kind of going up here, then we're going to do that, and we've got a little shape coming in here. More about those later. There's no particular rhyme or reason why we want those. Just that's just how we're kind of diddling. And if I go and get the 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6. I think, let me just come down. I think that, oh, have a look. That should be 3 4 5 6 2 3 4 5 6. Yeah, so if we do here, let me just let me just come in there a little bit, and then we'll just plop you. So that's the exact middle, and that's where we're going to stop. You know, I should extend out and cover most of this area. So yeah, well, I've got a whole load of digging to do. I think I'm just trying to see where I left off. I've forgotten. That's too wide. That bit's too wide. I think it's somewhere down here. If yeah, this is where we left off. So, well, let's commence a digging montage, shall we? All right, it's taking a while. On the last leg, and I keep getting attacked by the odd zombie comes out some of these holes in the wall. That thing works, but obviously only within a certain radius. And yeah, I keep on getting a few friends coming along and saying hi. Of course, I do need to light all of that up, and don't think I'm fooling anybody if I tell you that obviously, you know, I'm quite looking forward to it, because my saying I need to light all that up is just an excuse to go caving. You know it, I know it, so yeah, that's the thing. Zombie chicken jockeys have left their mounts around the place. There's 2 or 3 of those we've found. And we are, at this point, I believe, 22 blocks from the top of the pit, which is almost perfect. I would have possibly preferred 23, but I'm not really that worried about it. Now, there is an elephant in the room. Well, actually, it's a chicken, but no. Sorry. There'll be some of you said, well, why didn't you just use your, where are we, if I go and grab the thing, why don't you just use your destruction gadget? And I could have done, but, and here's the thing, I actually don't like the destruction gadget. The building gadgets, the things that allow me to place blocks relatively easy, are reasonably handy. The destruction gadget, things like the dank null and stuff, really handy tools. The destruction gadget seems cheaty because I don't like destroying stuff. I reckon I've taken maybe 10 stacks of iron ore out of this pit, out of this dig so far. And B, it just seems very, walk from here to here and destroy it for the cost of a little bit of energy. And it's just a little bit too convenient for me. So anyway, we've got a big pit, and you know, obviously I wanted this pit for a reason. So the next thing I need to do, apart from light up the areas around it, which should be relatively easy. I've got some torches, you know, we can come back here and make sure that all of the areas outside the walls, that's actually going to get replaced, so that's not a problem, but that one won't. Are lit, that will be replaced. And safe and happy, that will be covered. Now we've got caves, and I can obviously come down here and just enjoy myself while the torch placing tool does the work for me. And obviously down here we should find hopefully a few reasonable materials, but more importantly, as I say, I want these lit. Because you know the oh, hello chicken, can't quite reach that, can I? I suppose we don't really want you about down here either, because I don't want various mobs spawning and making lots of noises in the walls, and the zombies know I'm talking about them, obviously. They are the noisy mobs in the room, so yeah, they're just not wanted. They're noisy and disruptive and need 2 things. Now some of these areas I've obviously been to before, because this torch is plastered around in places down here, but making sure this area is lit up, that should be a fairly minor job, and then we can move on to the actual build. Again, I'm not going to go mad grabbing the ores. If I see anything rare or particularly valuable, I'll grab it, but otherwise it is, after all, just an ore. I'll pop down there and see what we got. And yeah, this looks to be reasonably well lit. So that's a thing. And then the next thing we're going to need to do is work out how to light this floor up, how to do this floor. The floor is going to be 3 layers. It's going to be a light layer, it's going to be a slab layer, and then it's going to be a glass layer. It doesn't have to be a slab layer, it could actually be a block layer. But the slab, I want the light to come through. So a chisels and bit slab is going to be far more efficient than any other means of lighting that particular floor up. So that's the thing. And we need to make sure. Hey, scare. Oh, hello. There might be maybe some more fun to be had down here. And I'm going to need some more torches as well at this rate. Hello. Oh, hi. Oops. Yeah, there's another mob spawner down there. If I'm going to have that, I am going to need cyclic tools, cyclic items. Grab another one of them. And again, because I don't like even mob spawner, it's a cave spider spawner, which is obviously the less useful of the two, but I would prefer not to destroy it. I should have had that on my hotbar. I heard you. I don't know where you are, but I heard you. Well, clearly not there. Sorry, but you need to not be there. Okay, what we got? There's a witch somewhere down here. There she is. Oh, hello. Oh, wow, 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 we got creepers incoming. I could really do with getting some more torches. Let me sort that out. Thank you. And no, not that one. That one. I can hear him. Hello. Yeah, so little excuse to hi to come do a little caving. I don't need one really, but you know what I'm like. Hi. I suppose we should try and light this up a little bit. That would. I'm not worried again. Right, anyway, I need to just finish off. Oh, hello. New underground biome. I did see that chest cart, by the way. I just want to make sure I've got. I do like this lighting up tool, actually. Oh, hi. Yeah, I suppose I should try and grab these while we can. Where's my thing? Right. Me and my excuses to go caving, eh? That can go, and then we'll have all of the stuff out of there. In fact, we'll also have the cart, because that can all go in the thing as well. This is a fairly big old mine shaft, actually. I'm trying to think where I've really come far away from the base. Luckily, I've got the teleporter rater. Oh, hello. Get dead. So, should I get lost, which I'm not going to. I don't get lost. Misplaced, yes. Lost, no. We'll be fine. Oh, hello. Oh, that worked as a means of lighting that up anyway. Okay. Yeah, I'll keep on going. Be back in a moment. Alright, I've kind of had a little bit of a break from caving. I've come back up and we are getting a whole bunch of sea lanterns. I actually think we're going to be close, but the AFK sessions over at the Guardian farm have paid off. We're at 3,500 and we need 4,096, so we're definitely going to be all right. That should be more than adequate. Our glass is full, so that's good, and that will be more than adequate amount of glass. I may actually let me active on redstone signal. That should now be off, so we can take that and also place that into here. Of course, we'll want it. And using the dank null as a storage is probably one of the best ways of doing this. Again, we need 4,096 of these, so we can see straight away whether we've got enough. And but they also all need chiseling, so we'll want the eye chisel for that. Gimme. Thank you. And yeah, so I think another load should get me to where we want to be. Yeah, plenty. Right. So, first job, let's get the floor down. So once we've got the floor down, well, the prismarine lamp floor anyway, sea lantern floor thing. Once we've got that down, we are, you know, on our first run. I am tempted. Yeah, no, we'll. Right, you need to be off. You, we need to get a little bit of that out. And we also need our building tools. Building gadget. And we are going to put you down there. And we're going to set you to that. And then we should be good just to come across like this, and hopefully, if I've done my maths right, which I'm fairly certain I have, we should be able to get a floor of prismarine lamps down, and that will be a fairly big part of the build done. Not massively big, but fairly big, you know. The walls are going to be black concrete, so that's going to be a thing we need to sort out, and I probably need to automate the production of that, or at least certainly the hang on, alt there, thank you. Right, so we should be good now to run across here and take out these torches and get this floor down. So I'll get that done and I'll be back in a mo. Alright, we've got a very, very bright prismarine lamp floor, or sea lantern floor if you like the correct phrase. Now, from here to there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's 21, so we need 20 because this is not going to be black concrete. 20 times 64, let me do the maths on thing. 20 times 64 times 4, 5,120. Youch. Yeah, that's right, that sounds right, doesn't it? Yeah. 5,120 black concrete. Alright, that's going to be entertaining. 5,120 black concrete. And then we need to hydrate the stuff. And that is not going to be fun. Hydrator, this thing sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. Let's clear you down. Let's have a look at black concrete. Black terra. See, we've got 141 black concrete. And if I want black concrete powder, that's that. So we need, wow, a lot. I also need to get rid of that. And probably those as well. So that's 1, 2. I don't know. I've got no idea even if we got anywhere close to what we need. And I've got no idea. If that is even working. Let's see. See, this has worked. I'm going to have that back. And I'm going to place you down. And now it's working. Albeit slowly. So, if that's... This is not a problem. This is most definitely not an issue. Let me... I'm going to get rid of the actually additions box and take that. Rather than faffing around hydrating it that way, what we should probably do is, well, let's give this a try. I will need a bucket, of course, but first things first, let me just strip back a layer of wall. And I know I'm not going to be picking most of this up at this stage, but so like that. And then if we place that down there, make that, we should be good. To do that. I mean, there's always the option of actually leaving it like that. It doesn't have to be concretified up. Or does it? Maybe it does. However, let us not worry about such things. Let me just continue building up this side of the wall. And I will continue like this, and then we'll go and grab a bucket and we shall harden this stuff. That shouldn't be too bad a job. Yeah, alright, let me work on this. I'll be back in a mo. It's a slight issue. If it's a slight, apart from I sent some of the stuff back, I still need to find my magnetic ring because that is missing. Yeah, I inadvertently sent most of my inventory back to the system. But let me, just realised that, there we go, I'm on the wrong window. I was watching videos while I was building, as you do. I have a slight problem. Actually, it's kind of going up, and there is an answer to it going on there as well, but not a huge amount of an answer. The answer to the problem is that I am very low on ink sacs. Now I don't believe we can use you to make anything useful, no, which is a shame because I've got 86,000 bitumen. Coal I don't believe we can use to make any kind of dye, which again would be useful if we could make a black dye out of that, but we can't. There are plants in the world where we can make a black dye, but most of those are not farmable. However, I do have one advantage going in our favour, and that is that we have a lot of black wool, which we don't necessarily need right now. And each one of those is a wool and a ink sac, so that's a plus. And I do have some black glass, but that's only 1 to 8, which is not a brilliant return. Neither is a black terracotta. I've also turned on my fish farm again. Now that is still processing this. It's doing grey dye at the moment. It's got the wool going in there, so grey dye of course being 1 ink for every 2. Let me get those back. I don't want those in there. Did that just go through? Hang on. Yeah, must be thing. So that will get me some ink sacs, and I'm hoping that the fishing thing will throw up the odd ink sac as well. Yeah, there we go. Although that might have not been, that could have been, yeah, no, that should have been, that should be fine. So in addition to getting lots of fish, we will start getting ink. So that's a thing. However, I have managed to do 2 of the walls in there, so that's a plus. Now the other thing I thought we could do is possibly work on an ink sac farm, and that would be relatively straightforward, I think. We just need a spawnable mass of water in the relevant Y coordinates, and something to kill them, such as say a mob grinder with a large range. The other thing of course is we could just go and AFK at the Guardian farm, which gets a fair amount of squid as well. But we need to convert these now. I'm not sure. Yeah, that will work. So we only have to do every 3. And this is obviously a hell of a lot easier than converting it by hand. So, you know, works. It's going to be a bit of a lag fest, so I am going to do this very quickly, and I will be right back. Alright, some finishing touches. We need an elevator here, and an elevator here. Now, I'm not sure, obviously we can jump up and down like that. However, if I were to come in there, that would be fine. However, what we end up with then is a solid block of spawnable space here, which I don't really want. Now, sometimes this will work, sometimes, yep, it still works. A little bit of a visual glitch. And that is 2 off the floor, because this layer is going to be where the glass is, and down at this layer is where we're going to actually be playing our colour blocks. Still need to put those walls on, and I've decided that I'm going to use a Tyrian edge on this one, if I can find the right shulker box, because that was the other thing I inadvertently sent back. Let's go with those, and let us convert that to, what do I fancy? I quite like that. Chisel all and chisel all. That should do. Just a variant of the colour to go around the edge here, really. Now, if we are clever about this, of course, we can do that, and then we can squidge over here and go bang. And then we can squidge about halfway down here and go bang. It's obviously got a limited range, so you have to be a little bit understanding. Bang. Still better than placing all the blocks individually, and it actually counts as placing the blocks anyway. I've gained another level of astral sorcery, which we need to go and use as well. So yeah, what's it? Another perk level, affinity level, or whatever it's called. I think it's affinity, isn't it? And then just repeat down here. So, and then what we need to do is glass over this entire top. That's the last thing on the on this particular build. Oh, that, and all the way to there. Lovely. Let's get rid of that before I have an accident. So the glass top, I want to, well, let me just, I'm going to put some of this lot away in there. And we are going to, I've got my eye chisel, which is the important bit here. And we're going to chuck all of that lot back over there. We're going to chuck the 3x3 modifier into there. Along with the bucket, because I don't need it. The building tool I do need. And we're going to grab a whole load of glass. Not a massively whole load of glass, but you know, whole load enough. And I want that to be, I want it to be the clear one. But that's streaky. I'd like a clear borderless. It's a shame. I don't think they have a clear borderless, do they? That's about the nearest. It's a pain. Stone framed, grey bordered. Let's just try chisel all. Let me just check this, because I've got a silk touch on it. So no, that's fine. That is absolutely fine. We're going to take that as our means of blocking, and we are going to basically fill this entire thing in with glass. I will get that done, and I shall be back in a second. I don't like the glass. The patterns are horrendous. So I've got a couple of alternatives. I also should sleep, because I'm slowly getting my radiation level back down to 0. I'm at 1%. I've slept about, well, you can see I've slept 4 times this session. This is a multiple session recording session, so it has I've recorded like maybe about 4 or 5 hours the night before digging that hole, and then this morning, and we're still not getting anywhere. However, I would like to have a look at one of these. Malice's Doors Force Field Controller. Now, they charge up, they use RF. I don't know whether we'll get away with this or not. It may not be able to handle an area that big, but we'll give it a try. So we're going to go from, I think we just do from there. and then you tell it the other side of the, no, maybe, okay, so from there, let's just see whether this works. It may work, it may not even be able to, yeah, that. Don't know whether we'll get away with this or not. Oops. Did not want that. And that, oh, please don't crash. Am I crashing? Yeah, I'm crashing. All right, back in a mo. All right, back in. My force field, not really designed for that, I think we can safely say. So that leaves us with one option. I am seeing a lot of tick lag at the moment. I wonder why. It can't be sure. Well, it could be these. I mean, let me just turn those off for a time being. And yeah, what I'm going to do is I am going to head over to Olympus, and we're going to go with Plan B. And Plan B, of course, is mana glass. Mana glass is always good. I just need to make 4,000 of them. I suppose I could just make 2,000 of them and use chisel and bits to half. That might work better anyway. Yeah, let's go with that option. It's not like mana's an issue, but waste not, want not, as the old saying goes, and we can make chisels all day long, so that will do the trick. Like I say, mana, not really a major issue, but what we do need to do is go and get a good chunk of that lot out, which is, what is that? That's 9, would be 18, 17 times 64. Well, that's alright, we'll do this we'll just keep doing that. I mean, this stuff should be relatively cheap. Oh, yes, of course. Anything that got picked up is being converted back to into the... Let's have a look. How much have we got there then? If I were to go and put the mana glass in, that's 860. Okay, that's fine. We can work with this. Yeah, I'll make this and be back in a sec. Barely made a dent. I mean, the other thing would have been elf glass, which I think would have not looked right because of that little bordery effect it has. The next thing is to go and get that in place. That's going to take a while. We need to get brownstone walls. We need to, there's a whole load of work to do in this room before we can even use it for what its intended purpose is. But let me just get myself on there, and we'll head back home. Whee! Right, so what we're probably going to want to do then is chisel the hell out of this stuff, isn't it? And get that down. Now, do I... I'm very tempted to... I think we'll drop the blocks down. I think that's the way we'll go. So if I take a whole bunch of those to start off with, place one of them like that. Get the builder. And then just come out and do a whole chunk of this. And then I can chisel it after the fact, can't I? That should work. Yeah. Right, so much better texture. You can see clearly to the bottom, so that's nice. And I'll probably use mana glass on the bottom half as well if I can. Just because I think, although we might not need, well, no, we do need glass, ignore me. There is a reason why I need glass down there. Anyway, let me get this done, and again I shall be back in a mo. Alright, that's just been decided for me. I ain't chiseling this. I'm going to need another 4,000, 2,000 mana glass. However, I think we'll agree that that works as a concept. So I will get the rest of that glass done off camera, and we got the glass, it's not a problem. And also work towards getting enough ink to complete these walls. Down here we'll be able to think, we obviously need to do something with this ceiling, and yeah, we are steadily getting there. Most of this is lit up as well, so I'm reasonably happy that there's nothing spawning in this space. Now what I think will happen is, if I break this, I think we'll start getting slimes in that pit. I don't think slimes respect our light levels at all. Can I take you out, and let's just see what happens while we go and do the important bit with Astral, because as I said, we gained a perk level. Nothing yet. Let me just come well over here. That should give everybody a chance to spawn. If they're going to spawn, they'll spawn down there. But they might not be able to spawn. The prismarine lamps might be unspawnable. So, could be the case. I could never remember. Right, where are we and what were we working towards? 15% increase in perks, 5% perks, 5% more melee damage. A pickaxe can be used, pointless to us now because we're using a drill. That takes us over to here. We've already got that one. Disarming, 15%. That takes us over to the root of Evorsio. Over here is, I don't really want that. It's just not really up my street. Maximum reach, stone enrichment, no. No, I don't know which way to go. %, mining speed, 15% thing, melee damage, Let's go there. That should do it. I know the rest should all be locked now, but anyway, that should give us a little bit more perkiness on our perks, and all good. Maybe we are okay. I don't think we're getting slime spawns down there, which is handy. Anyway, a lot more work to do on this. Let me try and get a shot that does this, screenshot that does this, some bang. Really hard to come up with a screenshot that actually does this any kind of justice, other than being a massive great hole in the ground. Yeah, until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon, and bye for now.